Hi, and welcome back to AirClips and to our trip from Frankfurt via Mumbai and now Hong Kong to Novosibirsk. And we're just about to start our next flight and about to board our bus to the airport of Hong Kong to take off to Novosibirsk.
We have been staying here for about 20 hours. We are here in front of the hotel, so you see it's a very nice view from the hotel. We enjoyed our stay in Hong Kong, and I hope you will enjoy the flight from Hong Kong to Novosibirsk with us.
Yeah, so follow us.
Welcome and have fun.
Yeah, enjoy the flight.
So you have a flight plan?
The flight plan is here, yes. So Novosibirsk, looks like we're going to be a little bit late.
Yeah, we have a long flight time.
Long flight time, yeah.
It was 6 hours.
6 hours, 30
minutes. And we have 84 tons of load, so that's a good thing. We are a little bit heavy today.
Mm-hmm.
And
takeoff weight is around about 261 tons and landing weight 210.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
That's a good thing, yeah.
And the plane is the
Charlie Echo.
Charlie Echo.
Mm-hmm. And then it, yeah, it's planned to land.
Nickname Charlie Error.
Is it? Never heard that. Okay.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't know. Okay. The hotel's not a hotel either. So yeah, we expect runway 25 in Novosibirsk.
Here, here also. For departure also.
Also for departure.
In Hong Kong. It's a little bit windy in Novosibirsk.
Yeah, I'm going to check that. Novosibirsk. We expect the landing, what did I say, at 12:46. So 12. So time becoming 250 with 16 knots, gusting 30 knots. So it's wind from like headwind.
Yeah.
Towards the runway, so it shouldn't be, but
headwind.
strong headwind and.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, and they have early in the morning they have light rain showers, but otherwise it's okay. Our alternate today is Kemerovo. Never been there before.
Me neither. I haven't heard of it before.
No, let's see where it is.
But it's close to the airport.
So it's right here.
Yeah.
It's not too far away.
But we have to look for the weather over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we need another alternate, we have to fuel a little bit more.
Oh yeah. So Kemerovo has also at 12 o'clock. There's no forecast there, but it's strong winds as well. Light rain showers.
And the next alternate?
And the next alternate is Abakan.
And how much do we need for that? How much fuel?
Is
plus
2,500 roundabout, yeah. 2.5 tons, and we have remaining fuel in Novosibirsk of 8 tons.
But those 2.5 tons I would like to take.
Yeah, me too.
At least.
So then
No temps.
Just checking Hong Kong very quickly. Hong Kong 2:30 with 12, so headwind as well. Few clouds, 30 degrees, you can tell. 1011 QNH. Okay, looks good. looks
Yeah.
good. So, NOTAMs. Just gonna check if there's anything new in Hong Kong, but we checked yesterday, so shouldn't be anything new. Looks like nothing has changed. Novosibirsk.
Yeah, we have to see if the ILS is working. Otherwise, we have to do the NDB approach
Yeah,
for runway 25.
till 1 o'clock, so half an hour after we're supposed to land. It ends that the ILS is unserviceable due to maintenance, and the glide path too. Yeah,
Yeah, so we have to see.
we have to see what we do exactly.
Otherwise, it will be NDB.
And then another.
Visibility is okay, so that's not a problem.
Oh, okay. And Sierra Papa NDB is unserviceable, but that's only till 10, so that should
Yeah.
be working again.
And then for the alternates,
Kemerovo. Nope, nothing special. And Abakan. VOR is unserviceable the entire year, okay.
yeah, but they have ILS.
Yeah, and then Krasnoyarsk, and we know Krasnoyarsk.
Yeah, we don't take the
But we don't take Krasnoyarsk.
fuel for Krasnoyarsk.
Okay.
Two
and
alternates is enough.
And the aircraft is early from Bangalore. And then stays 1 hour in Novosibirsk and then continues to Frankfurt.
Yeah, it's just the fueling
Just
in
for fueling.
Novosibirsk.
So
Weather
the
charts
weather charts,
looking good.
Exactly. The jet stream could be a little bit bumpy shortly before Novosibirsk. That's it.
So let's have a look at fuel figures.
Okay, we need a minimum of 61,500
500 plus
roundabout.
700 taxi. 62 200.
62,200.
62 200.
2.5 was
Yeah.
it?
64 7 65
65.
I think.
65 block? Yeah. That's good for you. Yeah. Good for
For
me
you?
too. Yeah, absolutely. So I order the fuel. It's a half an hour extra.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then let's go. Have fun.
Hello, we're going to do the outside check here in Hong Kong. We will have a look if the plane is okay, and after that we can go, so please follow me. First we check if she can do the hydraulic test, so the plane has to be free, and I will give her a sign if it's good. So these are the three pitot tubes. They have to be free because they are really important for all the indications in the cockpit. Airspeed indication and altitude, vertical speed, and they are free. Here we will have a look if the gear pin is gone, because if it's in it we cannot retract the gear, very important. We check the lights and we check the tires, if they are okay. Looking good. Here we are looking for hydraulic, if there is no hydraulic somewhere, because then we must have a leak somewhere. Engine number 3 looks good, no bird strike, it's okay. This is the main gear. We are checking the brakes here and here, and we are checking the tires and for hydraulic also. I'm also checking if one is missing, because if one is missing, we cannot go. It's a no-go. Checking the brakes, the tires. This is a fuel dump. So if you have to dump the fuel during the flight, because you have to go back because of technical failure, that will come out here. So we are checking if there's no leak. Navigation lights. Actually it's 2. Here we have a nice look of the whole plane. We can see if the stabilizer is okay. 3 degrees, nose up. Looks good. This is the center gear. We also have to look for the brakes if they are okay. It's enough, the tires again, if there are no holes in it. Hydraulic of course again. And it's okay. This antenna is the first one to touch the ground with a tail strike. So I always feel if it's smooth. If it's smooth, there was no tail strike. This is the APU. You cannot check very much, and it's really loud. That's why I'm having this. But it's looking good. And here the same thing as on the other side. Fuel dump again. Navigation lights are on. And here you can see we have two. Looks good. This is the outflow valve for the pressure inside to regulate. Yeah, now it's open because we have the same pressure inside as outside. And those two are the static ports, also for the indications in the plane, the altitude. Yeah, so it's okay. The second engine we cannot check ourselves. It will be checked by the technicians in Frankfurt, and we get the indication in the plane if something is wrong with it. So we'll take this plane. So let's go for a flight. Ready to copy?
Yeah, ready to copy.
Zero fuel weight, 199.3.
199.3, that was calculated as well. Takeoff, 263.6.
Yes. Trip fuel.
50 tons, 972.
Yes, I have the same. Then zero fuel weight CG, 20.0.
Was 19.3.
And 22.9.
23.0. Takeoff. CG.
Okay.
23. Sounds good. So, got a test of 49, flaps 18.
Yes.
Calm 35 degrees. Speeds 161, that's correct. 172 is correct. And 178, one more. We climbed 276.
Yes.
Set. Second load sheet.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Nice plane coming in.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
So, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I call delivery. I need to call them 5 minutes prior start.
Oh, you can call them.
Yep. Delivery, hello, Lufthansa Cargo 8465 Heavy.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 Heavy, good afternoon delivery.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 Heavy. Destination is Novosibirsk, SID vehicle 2 Bravo and PDC 218. We're ready to start in 5 minutes.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Rebecca Rector, report fully ready.
Are you fully ready, Lufthansa Cargo 8465? Yeah, ready for briefing?
Yeah, ready for briefing.
We expect the vehicle 2 Bravo departure of runway 25 left. 1238 is the departure frequency and 254 the runway track. The notes 1, 2, 3 and 4. Due to terrain, left turn must not be commenced before prawn. 2. In case PBN performance ceases to comply with RNP 1 requirements after departure, pilots must notify ATC. 3. Only specific categories of flights CAOI are exempted from RNP 1. These flights shall fly the contingency procedure. And 4. Contingency procedure only if NLG not available at prawn, left turn, and so on.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
So we don't need to fly the contingency procedure. So the routing for 25 left is prawn, 205 knots or above. Then direct Rumsey with a left turn, 230 knots, Tuna, Simon, and Bekol. So I'll check with the FMS. I fly that in NAF and Prof mode, according FMS. And the altitude's a prawn max 5000 is our first altitude. Bekol minimum flight level 157, initial climb 5000.
Yeah.
Transition altitude is 9,000 feet. And the MSA here, just for a short while, then it's water, it's 4-3. And in case of an engine failure or anything, and we need to return to the field, we stay on the departure route because it's the same AOSIT.
Yeah.
At prawn, left direct Ramsey, so they know what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
That's the
That's
best.
perfect, and we stay with 5,000 feet.
Over water, so
And we're over water, so it's really smooth. We do have a flex temperature, so I would, with this weight, probably push the button and request you to push the prof mode to cancel the flex.
Okay.
Yep.
You will.
I will
give-
push the
oh,
button.
Okay.
Yeah. And come
And
ask you to
what else
put
do you
prof.
want to go with an engine failure?
5,000.
5,000
Yeah.
also. Okay.
No change, so
Yeah. Okay.
we don't have to
Good
change
for me.
anything. We're safe for the approach right away in 4-3, so
Yeah.
everything's good.
We are over max landing weight, so normally we have to dump.
Dump. Yeah. Probably takes a while.
Otherwise, we can do overweight landing here,
Yeah.
and we can do it with a flaps 35.
Yeah. That's right. We can do that too.
So if you are in a hurry.
Yeah.
We have 176 meters of stop margin.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to abort the takeoff till 140 knots
Mm-hmm.
for all the master warnings here in the front, and the mandatory items we have a dry runway and no mail items.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Jo, then we're ready.
Ready.
Cockpit checklist.
Cockpit, gear pins.
Removed,
Pitot static.
checked,
Cabin signs on. FCP set. Speed bend.
taxi 161, 172, 178.
Taxi 161 172 178. Altimeters
1009, 30 feet.
109 30 feet. Fuel.
We have 64,900 kilograms.
64,900 kilograms. SD status.
Is checked.
System modes auto. Takeoff data.
Runway 25 left. Inserted.
Inserted. Auto brake takeoff. Takeoff warning check. Flap takeoff selector 18. Cockpit check is completed.
Yeah, request pushback and startup.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Request push and start. Position Charlie for Romeo.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Charlie 4 Romeo, contact ground south, 122.55.
Contact ground south, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Bye bye. Cargo South, hello, Lufthansa Cargo 8465 Heavy, position Charlie for Romeo, request push and start.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 Grand, guten Tag, clear to start, pushback blue.
Pushback blue, clear to start, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Round from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Confirm steering pin inserted.
Confirm steering pin inserted.
Before start checklist.
Before start, cabin.
Secured.
Mobile.
Off.
Off. Engine ignition.
B.
Beacon.
On.
System mode auto parking brake.
Is released.
Before the check is completed.
Parking brake is released. We're ready for pushback, ready for engine start. Pushback blue and off block for 0.
Roger, parking brake release. Pushback color blue.
Please call me for the engine start.
Roger, please stand by.
Stand by.
Off block.
For 0.
For 0. I think the ILS is working now again.
I told
What a
him
luck
already.
I have.
I told him already.
Lucky me. Ah.
Ground copy. Clear for the engine start.
Starting 3 on 2. Ready for the engine start?
Ready.
Engine number 3 starts. Cargo door test. Do you also have this background noise?
Yeah, I do. It's on
Secondary.
secondary. Yeah.
Engine number 1 starts. Parking brake set, please remove towing system and steering pin and stand by.
Roger.
Engine number 2 starts. After start items and after start checklist.
After start, APU off. NTIs off. System modes auto. After start check is completed.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, engines are running. Please give me a hand signal. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.
Roger, thank you, Captain. Wait for the handle on the left. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Takeoff items. Flight control check. Radar. Takeoff checklist.
Takeoff, flight controls.
Checked.
Checked flaps.
18.
18, spoilers armed, trim. 7.4 nose up. 00 EAD.
Checked.
Checked. Takeoff checklist completed.
Request taxi.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request taxi.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, taxi Lima 1, turn right kilo to Cat 2 hold, runway 25 left.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Lima 1, kilo to the right, and then holding point Cat 2 for 25 left. Right side clear.
Left clear. Off we go.
Yeah, Cat 2 is in kilo still.
Yeah. So here to the right.
Yep, here to the right into kilo, and then hold short Cat 2.
Select hydraulic page, please. Select hydraulic page.
Yep, hydraulic page. Still on.
So cycle system.
Yep, recycling hydraulics. All
Thank
back
you.
to normal. Gotta love the MD-11.
Oh, we are not the only ones.
Nope. It's interesting, early afternoon and it's so crowded.
Here it's always crowded.
That's true. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ahead of us, huh? I think so.
Then the slot made sense.
Yeah. It made sense, otherwise we would have stood here forever. Did you know that the Dash 8 of Cargolux has an espresso maker for the cargo crew in the front?
You do?
Espresso machine. Very nice Italian espresso machine. I have a friend who flies for that. And she once told me that that was the best thing about the Dash 8. The espresso machine.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, contact tower 118.4, Schöntag, bis später.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Thank you very much. 8118.4. Bye bye. That was funny. Ciao, hello. Lufthansa Cargo 8465 heavy, Cat 2 holding position 25 left.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, good afternoon, taxi to Kilo 7, holding point.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, taxi Kilo 7 holding point 25 left. Kilo 7, yep. There's
Not
only
the Cat
one.
2 holding point, huh?
No, just the Kilo 7. So just following the small one.
Good that we have a little bit of extra fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
1.4 already.
Yep.
Instead of 700.
We already used taxi fuel. I think the most I ever used was New York or Chicago, I don't remember. I think we taxied, like, not taxiing, but we held position so long that it took us 1.5 tons. 1.5 tons. We stood there forever, like an hour 20.
I've been in Bogota, and then they send us for departure to the runway most far away.
Oh.
And we were there, and then they changed the runway. We had to go back to where we came from.
Okay.
And then there was on the taxiway was a plane pushing back, so we had to wait for 15 minutes. It was really terrible. So terrible.
Oh, those runway changes.
Ah, he's going. Right side?
Clear. Okay, short recap. We fly straight ahead to Prawn, not above 5,000, and then start with a left turn, direct de Ramsey. Everything's clear, just water. No specials.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, line up and wait, runway 25 left.
Yes.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, runway 25 left, line up and wait. Wir starten in einer Minute oder 2. Ein Freudenschrei. Right side clear.
No one behind us. I'm out of flight, please.
Out of flight, armed.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, servicing 252 degrees 15 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
So, ready?
Ready.
You have control?
I have control.
Take off. Takeoff thrust is set. $80.
Checked.
Go. Rotate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, contact departure 123.8, good day.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, 123.8, bye bye. Departure good day, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, heavy passing 1200, climbing 5000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, departure identified, climb to flight level 130.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, climbing flight level 130, confirm unrestricted.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, AFM.
Unrestricted climb, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Flaps 0.
Flap 0.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, turn left heading 070.
Left heading 070, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, confirm 070.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, AFM heading 070, radar factors for shortcut.
070, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. That's nice.
Yeah, 070.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, maintaining speed not above 280 knots.
Speed not above 280 knots, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Ja,
Wie schnell willst du?
Ja, speed
What
280.
No, he doesn't do that.
Lufthansa
Let's
Cargo E465, climb to flight level 160.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, climbing flight level 160. Transition.
Standard flight level 9-2.
Standard flight level 902.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, turn left direct to Beagle with remote navigation.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, direct Beagle O navigation.
Danke.
That was a good shortcut.
That was a good one. Very good.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, climb to flight level 6,900 meters, cancel speed restriction.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, climb 6,500 meters, cancel speed restriction.
69.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, flight level 6,900 meters.
6,900 meters, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
22,600. You can
FMS
leave it with
speed?
meters. And FMS speed.
Lufthansa Cargo E465, contact Guangzhou 125.35.
125.35, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, bye bye. 6,900, 22,600. Ja. So good day, Lufthansa Cargo 8465 heavy, passing 4,800 meters, climbing flight level 6,900 meters.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, confirm position approaching Beagle, squawk 5346.
Affirm, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, roger, copy again Beagle.
Call you up overhead Beagle, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Clear Nafrat fix and fuel in it. Cabin signs auto.
Cabin signs auto.
Lights go off. Vertical speed 1,500.
Vertical speed plus 1,500. 2,000.
Checked. Vertical speed 1000, manual thrust.
Vertical speed plus 1,000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, climb to 8,100 meters.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 climbing flight level 8,100 meters. Level change?
Yeah, level change.
8,100 is 26,600.
Autopilot on.
So we are on a flight to Novosibirsk, flying from Hong Kong, and first I'm going to do a fuel check if everything is normal, if we don't use more fuel than planned. So I can do a check at Moritz.
And while she does the fuel check, I can tell you a little bit about our routing. We took off from Hong Kong, runway 25, and then made a left turn towards the Chinese Sea, and then again a left turn towards Guangzhou. And we passed Guangzhou, and thereafter we went towards Chengdu. And roughly 20 minutes ago we passed the city of Lanzhou. All very big cities in China. Probably few people have heard of, but they all have a couple of million people living there. And in about 10 minutes we enter the Mongolian airspace, and the desert of Gobi with the Altai mountains. And it will take us quite some time to fly through Mongolia. Nilan.
And thereafter will be Krasnoyarsk, that's Siberia, and then
we're already there.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. Exactly.
So I checked it. We have a gain of 5 minutes in time, and fuel we still have 400 gain.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So everything is going fine.
Yeah, the first
this
shortcut was so good,
yeah,
in Hong Kong.
We had a few shortcuts.
yeah.
No? With this time we were a little bit heavier than the last time. If you have seen it in Bangalore, we have
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Sorry,
India.
we have a load of 84,200 kilograms. With the fuel, we had a takeoff weight of 264,000 kilograms. The landing weight will be, I don't know if we told you already, will be about 210,000 kilograms. The speed is Mach 0.82, and at this time we are flying at an altitude of 30,000 feet flight level. It's a Chinese flight level. It's in meters, 9,200 meters. So it's 30,100 feet to be exact. Unfortunately, we are a little bit late today because of the wind. We have a longer flight time than planned, and we started a little bit later because of the loading and because of ATC, because it was very busy in Hong Kong.
Yeah, until now we have already used around about 32 tons of fuel, and still have 32 tons remaining in the tanks. And our fuel flow per engine is, as I see it now, roughly 3,000 kilograms per engine, which is quite a lot.
It's a little bit more than normal because we are heavier.
We're heavier, yeah. And we're not very high. Usually we can go up to flight level 410, and as Inge just said, we're here at flight level 300 closely. Yeah. So that's 10,000, 11,000 feet right there that we lack. Exhaust gas temperature we have here, it's 650 degrees, so it's quite hot at the rear of the engines.
And the power setting, it's measured by the N1, that's the rotation speed
Of the turbine? Yeah.
of the
Turbine? Yeah.
yeah, of the turbine in the engine. It's in cruising flight. It's about 90%.
Yeah, we're flying north. Pretty much a heading of 356, but we're navigating via the GPS, so we don't need that. But it's just nice to know.
I'm going to call Ulaanbaatar now. I have to call them before we enter to get the permission. So off ATC.
Off ATC, I have ATC.
Okay.
Okay.
We can enter. We have to call them Moritz.
That's good. Yeah, we maintain the meter flight level until we pass Mongolia, so it will be back to flight level in Russia, Siberia. So
yeah.
And China, or Chinese airspace, I would say always lets us fly a couple of miles right off track. So today we fly, I think, 3 miles right off track.
Yeah, this time, so we have been flying 2 miles right off track.
Yeah.
Also 50 miles right off track, but that was because of the weather.
Yeah.
So that was our decision. So we can continue. Next country.
Next country, in Mongolia now.
New country, new chances.
So, also a fun fact, China has just one time zone. They make them not change it because there are so few people living in the western part. And Mongolia, which is much more narrow than China is, has 3 time zones. So imagine the time difference, or the sunset and sunrise in West and East China at the same time. It's amazing. Find that very interesting. In Mongolia, where I think nobody lives, but in Ulaanbaatar. That's what I think.
I don't know. I don't know how many people live in Mongolia.
I don't know
You
either,
know?
but Ulaanbaatar is, I think, 1 million.
1 million.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's not
okay.
very many. So maybe in the rest of the country another 500,000? No, I don't know. I have no idea, but it's definitely a lot less
Not
than
too
in
much.
China.
Not too much. You can see outside.
Yeah, it's empty. Desert of
nothing,
Gobi.
nothing here.
But I heard it's beautiful. I have a friend who came here very often and visited Mongolia, and he said it's amazing. It's such a beautiful country. Just nobody there. Just
He
empty.
doesn't like people.
He does not like people. That's true. Hi, Emil.
Yeah, then it's perfect here.
Perfect. He can be all by himself. Yeah, China's not the right country for him, I think.
No. Especially not the big city.
He lives in Hong Kong, so
Really?
yeah. Maybe
But
it
Hong
is.
Kong is very big. And
That's true.
even Hong Kong has quiet places.
Yeah. Oh, I like Hong Kong. Yeah. Like I already said 10 times. I like Hong Kong.
We have a wind now,
A
300 degrees and 60 knots. It's almost from the front, so that's why we have a longer flight time today.
And a ground speed of only 430, with a true airspeed of 486, so it's really slowing us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of time to eat. to
Sometimes
talk.
you have a ground speed of 600. It's better
That's better. Yeah.
for us.
So that was nice yesterday.
Yeah, we had
And
a
the bar?
very. Yesterday we went in Hong Kong. After we checked in the hotel, we went to a very nice restaurant, Her ID, and they had a live band which was playing jazz music.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little bit of fast food,
Yep.
kind of fast food, and the drink and the live band. It was really great.
Yeah.
It was so nice. So we stayed the whole evening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stayed there until they actually wanted to close, and we were the last ones
Yeah, we were
there.
the last ones because we liked it so much.
We liked it so much.
And now in Novosibirsk.
Wait, the cab driver, do you remember the cab driver who took us home?
Oh yeah.
He looked like he was 40 something, maybe 45.
He was 67.
He was 67 years old. Looked so young. We both couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And he was totally excited that we were in his cab, just telling him all the time how young he looked. So I think we have a new friend.
But it's really not normal in China that you have this contact with a cab
No.
driver.
Not at all. Normally they don't
I
never
have been
talk.
driving a lot of taxis there.
Yeah.
And normally you have no contact.
Yeah.
And he was so nice.
was
and he was
open,
explaining and telling, and yeah, it was
It
really
was
nice.
so nice. Yeah. Yeah.
And now
Yep.
we're going to Novosibirsk. And of course we have our plans for the dinner tonight. It will be a little bit late, but we hope we can get some food.
Yeah. I think food is till 11 or something. I
Till
don't know.
11? I
Mhm.
hope so, because it will be 10 o'clock in the evening over
Yeah.
there, local time.
Yeah.
I think tonight we are going to a restaurant not too far away. We can walk the distance. I think it's 5 minutes, 5-minute walk.
Okay.
And it's a Russian restaurant.
Mhm.
Well, you know they have very good restaurants over
Yeah.
there and very good food. Yeah,
Food
and
is very
it's,
good, yeah.
It's really a nice one, not too modern.
Mhm.
And last time it was really full.
Okay.
So we'll
Oh.
see.
Might be hard to get a seat.
Last time not. They
No?
have
Okay.
downstairs and upstairs.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
big enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's really you can do a lot in Novosibirsk. It's actually a fun city. It has a lot of students there. Very young city, and there's something open 24/7. Like you always find something where you can go out for dinner or a bar or I don't know, a party. There's lots to do, and we stay at a hotel which is right across the opera. An opera that is even bigger.
Yeah, the theater.
The theater? Yeah,
Yeah.
theater. Bigger than the Bolshoi theater. So quite big, and I've been there. And Inge has
Me
been there too.
Yeah, the famous Russian ballet.
Yeah,
It was really, really nice to see.
yeah. She watched Romeo and Juliet. And I watched The Nutcracker. So anytime you get there, you just have to take what is there. And for me, it was last time The Nutcracker. They just opened it, and it was amazing. Like just to sit there, and you even had front row seats, which is really amazing. I sat a little bit more to the back. I was too late to get good seats, and the show was just amazing.
So if you are in Novosibirsk, we would say go to the theater.
Yeah,
It's really happening. Huh?
yeah, absolutely. And then go in summer.
Winter time -30, -40 degrees.
Not so good. But now it's really warm. They have
But the
15
snow
degrees.
Is nice.
The snow is nice, yeah. And it
Looks
looks
nice.
really beautiful. If you come in and like
With the
towards
snow,
the
you mean?
approach, the snow,
Yeah.
in wintertime, always when we approach the runway, it just looks so beautiful. Just really mystic and
So you told me something about the systems here.
Oh yeah.
Overhead panel, maybe?
Overhead panel, yeah. Can take you to the overhead panel. Let's start here. That's our panel for the APU, for our auxiliary power unit. We need that on ground to provide power to the aircraft. If we don't have a ground power unit, we turn it on. And this panel is actually for a quick turn off. So if anything happens, we pull here and turn the switch, and then the bottle will be discharged and the APU will be, like, if there's a fire, the fire will be put out. And then right next to it is the GPWS switch, which is the ground proximity warning system. And in the beginning, I test that if it works, and just put the test button, and then it runs an internal test and tells me, actually just tells me if it failed. Otherwise, it just runs through and then it just stops at the end. And then we continue here. There's a flat limiter and elevator field. That system is just for well, let's say an abnormal situation. We otherwise don't ever touch it. It's just if the automatic system fails, then we need to put it from auto to a different position.
It's just in the abnormal procedures that we use it.
Otherwise, you don't use it. Cabin pressure, it's the same. I just check in the beginning that the outflow valve is open. So there's a little door in the back of the plane, and it opens and it lets the air out, so the cabin pressure can be regulated via this door. And we only use that in case of an abnormal as well. That's an anti-ice. We use that quite often. We just turn it on every time we fly through anti-ice, and our total air temperature is below 6 degrees centigrade.
In the clouds?
Yeah, in the clouds, if there's moisture in the clouds, yeah, exactly. And then below that, windshield heat, that's mostly if it's very moist, and the so-called spread, so the temperature between the spread between the temperature and the dew point is very little, then we put the windshield on, so to defog the window shields. Thereafter is a little bit of testing. You test all the lights and the displays, and you do that in the beginning, and then it just again runs a test. And next is cargo door test, which in the beginning when we start one engine, it always starts automatically. If it doesn't start automatically, we have an extra button to push here, and then we can start the door test manually and find out if a door is still open. Fuel use reset, just resetting as it says, and the engine max pointer reset. It's all for resetting systems.
It's on ground, just used on ground.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have windshields, windshield wipers. Windshields is nice. We do have windshields and wipers to clean them. In heavy rain, we really need them. So yeah, that's about it on the right side. And then we have in the middle, we have our systems, the hydraulic, electric, air system and fuel system, and the MD-11 has everything in automatic and the option to put it in manual. So if anything does not work properly, like in the beginning when we had two valves open and one valve open, the first thing you do is you put it to manual and you switch the controller. So we have two controllers in there in each system. So if you switch the controller, most of the time the problem is solved. Yes, exactly. So yeah, you have the hydraulic system. As I said, it's pretty much always in automatic, and you only put it into manual if there's an abnormal, actually. If there's a system not working properly, so you
Now sometimes you have to fly it in manual when there's a problem which they cannot solve immediately, and then you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So what has been done automatically now, you have to switch it all yourself. So the pumps and the RMPs, all the...
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, and then...
normally it's automatically, yeah, that's
that's good.
A little bit easier.
It is a lot easier, yeah. We have a long list what we have to do and what kind of flight time. If any of the system is...
You can check it here.
Yeah, it's on our quick checklist.
Here you can see air system manual, fuel system manual, hydraulic system manual. Just one system, maybe a manual, when you're starting your flight. That's the maximum. Then here you can see the flight phases, and here are the actions for the separate systems if you're flying in manual.
So you have to see a lot of buttons to push, a lot more work for us, so it's really great that the MD-11 is designed in a way that it works in automatic mode. So next, the electronic panel, that's that one, same as the hydraulic panel. We hardly ever touch it. The only two buttons we touch regularly is the external power, hence is on the electric, and underneath is the APU. We turn it on there. And that's about all we need in a normal flight.
This one is also interesting.
Oh, that's very interesting. Do you want to explain it?
I can explain. It's when you have smoke in the plane, you can turn the switch and you turn off the electrical system and the air system, and you see the different combinations, and then maybe you can see where the smoke is coming from and leave that system off.
Yeah.
So it's just to remove smoke. To look for a place where it's coming from and then to remove it.
Smoke is one of the worst things you want to have in an airplane, same as fire. You want to land as soon as possible and just not take any, what's it called? If you not take any chance to make it worse, like really get down to the ground as soon as possible. Yeah. Next one, air. We set up our temperature. Yes, we can have it warm here. I always put it on the display there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit hidden behind the thrust levers. But on the right hand side on the display, it now says air, and we can set all the temperature in the cabin, in the galley, here in the cockpit, in the cargo compartments. And those are those three knobs. It says cockpit, Korea, and cargo. And we can heat it up really well, like a sauna, or cool it down to freezing point. Yeah, that's about all the things that we do there. Oh yeah, and there's APU air. So we set the, we put the air into the APU so it can start the engines. We start the engines with the APU, and then
and you can cool down on ground.
And we get a cool down on ground.
Warm up.
Oh, warm up. Exactly.
In winter time in Novosibirsk.
Anti-ice, all on.
This is our ice machine, as we call it, so that we don't get any ice on the engines, or these ones are for the wing and the tail, because then you can lose your lift, and it's really dangerous.
Yeah, that's not good.
So very, very important.
Yeah, that's true. So that's about the air. It's also an automatic, and the next panel is fuel. You can actually see the amount of fuel in here, in the tanks, and you can see it there too. So it should be the same. It should be, say, 7,000 there. It says 7,000 here, and 6,650. So that's correct. Good to know. So in case anything happens with our page over there, we still have the display on the top. Yeah, most important is that one. Just wanted to say, when we started in Hong Kong, we were really, really heavy. And if something would have happened and we needed to return to the airport, then we need to dump fuel. And
we were too heavy. The max landing weight for the MD-11 is 286 tons. And
max takeoff, yeah.
Takeoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Max takeoff and max landing is 220, about 220 tons.
And then we have our light panel, our seatbelt panel, our emergency light panel. It's probably hard to see now because of the sun. I can hardly see it, but I know where the buttons are.
You find them blind.
Yeah, on the left side you actually have lights to light up the cockpit. Here you also have lights for specific spots inside on the upper panel and our displays. There's the emergency light. You turn it off, you arm it, and with this button you test it. And then no smoking and seatbelt signs. Yeah, that's still there. What I read about the no smoking and also the ashtrays, in case somebody smokes, that they have a chance to put the cigarette out in an ashtray, even though there's non-smoking flights since 20 years and it's not allowed forever. They still put it there because they're afraid that the plane catches fire. Yeah, that's the light for our standby compass. Very easy. If everything falls out, we can still navigate via the compass. It's a little bit lame in the curvings, so
that's the way they flew in early times.
Yeah, exactly. So I turn off the light again, put it back. Those are the landing lights, the nose light, and wing and runway turn-off lights. We turn them on depending on the country. In Germany, it's flight level 100. We turn it on and off, and in other countries, depending on different local regulations, you leave them on or turn them off. Navigation light, logo light, beacon light, high intensity lights, so all the lights that you need from the outside to be seen and to see. That is a call reset for a call that comes from either the maintenance or the courier seats. So if they have an issue back there or down there, they call us, it blinks blue, and you can reset the call here. And since that's so far away, you can just continue with that one.
I'll tell you about this. Oh, this one is very important.
Oh, most important.
You almost forgot?
I almost forgot.
Oh. Now, what's this for?
So what's this for? Oh, those are for the 3 engines. They cut off our generators and the fuel in case there's a fire. And they also, if you not only turn them, like put them down.
And hydraulic also.
Hydraulic also, yeah. You pull it down, and then you twist it, and either side gives us 1 bottle of discharger for a fire extinguisher that discharges the bottle into the engine. So 1, 2, 3. The 2 is the one in the back and the tail, and the 2 is also for. It also has the bottles for the APU. So if you use 2 bottles for the engine, then you have no bottle left for the APU. And you need to be careful there because you always hit your head. They're not in a very good position. And then the left side.
And on this side you have the cargo fire panel, so you can test it here manually. It will be done with the IRUs when you put them on. That's here.
The inertia reference system, right?
Yeah. Then you get the test. If you don't get the test, you can do it here. Here you can see when it's burning somewhere. You can exactly see which compartment that it is. Let me see. So you can see here the compartments, and here it's blinking, and you push that, and there you get the discharger also on the right place. Then, as I said, the IRS, the initial reference system, you have to put them on. That's for the navigation of the flight. So we have 3 systems, 1 and 2, and an auxiliary. You put them on before flight, and in flight you do not use them. This is the cockpit voice recorder. Now, if something happens, they can hear what were our last words.
That's
no,
what
it's
we have
very
to
important
talk
for the
to.
investigation.
Yeah.
It's very important for the investigation when an accident has happened. It's really important what has been said. Then this is only for ground. It's a generator bus fault reset for the generators. It's just maintenance. We're using that.
NTI is all off.
I thought you wanted to leave it until there. No, really?
Yeah? Okay. Don't know.
So here we have the cargo temperature. That's the lower temperature. These 3 knobs were for the upper, and this is for the lower. So we have just 2, and we have 3 compartments. The middle compartment is just cut off by a curtain from the back. So this one is actually for the back compartment and the middle. And this is for the forward. Here we can choose which temperature, and here you can only choose high or low. So 4 or 21, I believe it is. And this is the ELT. That's also for an emergency, that they can get the signal where we can be found.
Yeah, locator transmitter.
Yeah. Engine ignition and FedEx mode. Engine ignition is you put it on before engine start, and that one is running all the time. The override you put on for the engine anti-ice, and then it's working all the time. Yeah, the FedEx modes, it's for the automatic trust regulation. But you use them only in abnormals too. Most of the things you just use in abnormals. Yeah, and also I have a windshield wiper.
And a windshield.
And a windshield, yes. And this is the fuel dump emergency stop. And normally you can put in the amount of fuel you want to have remained, and then it should cut off automatically. If not, then you can push it here during the fuel dump. Yeah. So that's the overhead panel.
Yeah, here are just some things like the loudspeaker, reading light. I have air conditioning on the windows, an escape rope. You just open it like this, and then in case you need to open the window, if the door is blocked, we can open the window all the way to the back, take a rope and vest the oven gloves because it's really hurting your hands.
And the last 2 meters you have to jump.
The last 2 meters you have to jump because we're really high up.
It's too short.
It is definitely too short. Yeah, my.
And if it's tail tipping, if the plane is tail tipping, then you are really high.
Oh yeah, then it's really high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hope for the door to be open, and.
Or when it's burning over
When
there.
it's burning, yeah. Then you leave via the cockpit windows. Both can be opened, left and right side.
I have the nose wheel steering here, and that means that you can only taxi the plane on the left side.
Yeah.
So some planes have it on both sides. The MD-11 has it on the left-hand side. It can turn the nose wheel 75 degrees to the left or to the right. You can also steer the nose wheel with the pedals. Here below, I think you cannot see it. We do it with our feet. When you do it like this, it's braking, and if you put them like this, it's steering the nose wheel, but it's just 10 degrees. So it's for only light curves.
And then, yeah, the yoke, of course. And then over to the glare shield.
Those are the important
Okay,
checklists for takeoff, approach,
Right.
and landing.
Those are the shortened, yeah, that you can just read very quickly without having to pull anything out. So yeah, how about the glare shield? Do you want to explain that?
This is actually this is most of the autopilot. All the things you can put in an autopilot and steer with the autopilot, you can change it here. Normally the autopilot is flying the routing from the FMS. We put it in before the flight and he knows every waypoint and he flies it. Here you can do also the vertical speed, that's this one. So if you want to climb or descend, you can put in how fast you want to descend or to climb. This is for the altitude, you can change yourself. With this knob you put on the autopilot 1 or 2. If you have, now it's autopilot 2 because Claudia is flying a plane and she's CM2. So that's yeah. Second.
Which is crew member 2.
Crew member 2. And if you put it again, it will change to 1. So we have 2 systems. This one we push when we are in the approach, and yeah, it's for the final approach. If you are catching the heading for the runway, you can just before it you can push it and you will do it automatically. This is for the heading. If you put enough navigation, then it will fly what you have put in your flight management system. If you pull this knob, it will go into the heading mode and you can change the heading. Sometimes they tell us to change the heading on the way for traffic, or sometimes you do it yourself for clouds, you want to go around the clouds. Here you have the speed. Now we are flying Mach number. If you are below flight level, I thought it was 270? 260? Then it will be a speed. So it's an indicated airspeed what you have on your glare shield. Then this is for the navigation of the navigational information on your glare shield of the routing. Yeah, you can have another range for your map
Like this. Just put it onto 320 miles.
or you can do it very near. If you are in the approach, you have it on this one. If you are in cruise flight, you have a bigger
And
range.
there's VOR, like old school navigation. And then we have TCAS if there's some other flight and it says that we have traffic, then we put it on TCAS and see the traffic really clearly because everything else is not shown. And then we have also for the approach mode the VOR again. And
This one is to change weather radar. You get the weather radar on your glare shield, or if you push it again, then it will be, oh, now it's weather, and now it's terrain. So if you are flying in an approach where there are mountains or obstacles, one of us has the terrain. And then you can see everything which is it's green, you are above, and it's amber, it can be above or below, and it's red, it's the obstacle is below your altitude. But now we are in flight, we always have the weather radar. The radio altimeter or the barometer, that's for the minimum. Yeah, we have a minimum where we have to see the runway. If you don't see the runway over there, we have to do the missed approach or the go around, and you can set the minimum with this knob. And this is for the QNH, which is the pressure You can have the standard pressure. That's in cruising flight. You have a standard pressure, and every airport has a different pressure. You can change it with this.
Yeah, and those 3 lights.
Yeah,
Also warning lights. One is the right one is quite new. It's
if you're on ground or not.
Yeah, if you're on ground or not. It's it has a little sensor. If the main gear is extended or like not extended, compressed or not compressed. So then the little sensor shows that on the glare shield. So we know it was designed after bouncing of the aircraft, so that we know if an aircraft bounces, so it means jumps back after a landing, that we know we're in the air again.
You cannot always notice. Sometimes it goes up in the air and you don't notice
it. Because it's so smooth that you just don't know. And then it shows, hey, you're up in the air again, and then you need to go around. You need to immediately put the thrust forward and just abort the landing. Yeah.
Yeah, then we have the displays. We have 6 displays over here. As you can see, the outer 4 are the same for the co-pilot and for the first officer and the captain.
That would be me and her.
CM1 or CM2. So we have our own system here, and those are for us both, and it's the systems. And we can change all the systems over here. So this is information about the engine. This is about the hydraulic system, electrical, air system, fuel. This is the configuration. You can see if you have flaps, or you can see if a tire has no or less pressure. You can see the brake temperature. This is a miscellaneous list. If you have an abnormal, it can be here in the list. This is the status of the whole plane. So as you can see, we have no failures today. Very nice. Consequences, it's for abnormal procedure, and then if one system has failed, you can see what consequences it has for your flight. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and then we continue with this one. Most important, thrust. On the left-hand side, very left, there's the parking brake.
This one?
This one. The black and white is the trim, the manual trim. We have an electric trim here. If that doesn't work,
it's for the stabilizer in the back.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to take the pressure of
the steering wheel.
Of the yoke, and we can do that manually too. It's just actually just like sometimes call it a bread knife, because you kind of pull it through, and it's like movable, and to the rear and the front, and in this way you can trim the aircraft. Right next to it is spoilers for if you want to slow down, which Inge did yesterday. You probably saw it.
The speed brake. In flight,
so-called
it's a speed brake.
Yeah.
On ground, it's also a brake.
Also a brake. Yeah. Yeah. And ground spoilers, air spoilers. So I think it's just to destroy the lift. That's probably the best explanation. And then we have the throttles. They're very, very nice designed. You can put 4 fingers in here, even though there's only 3 engines. Much better and nicer to handle it. And on the sides, there's a little knob on either side, and if you push that, you go into the manual thrust mode. Right now,
It's auto thrust.
the auto thrust does it. We don't have to. We just watch it, the speed, but we don't have to take care of it. But if I want to fly manually, I push those buttons and turn off the auto thrust. And on the back, there's the thrust reversers that you pull on ground. Then the engine, there's little doors in the engines that open up and move the air from going to the back. The door opens and the air will be moved to the front, so it gives us like thrust towards the
It's a brake
front. It's
system.
another brake system, yeah.
But then with the engines.
With the engines. Those are the flaps. We have a very nice flap takeoff selector. I don't know how many aircrafts have that.
I don't know.
Probably MD-80 or something, but
It's very
very,
variable.
very nice to have, because you can actually set the takeoff flap setting from 10 to 25. That's the limit of the flap takeoff selector, and in this way you can adjust the flaps in a way that you can climb faster because of more lift, or if you don't need it, then you just put it as a
Yeah, you can optimize the
you
takeoff.
optimize the takeoff landing distance,
Yeah.
or takeoff distance.
So in here,
Engine start.
This is to start the engines. With these knobs, you you let the air start the rotor, and with the knob, if they have a velocity which is enough, you can put fuel on, and then the engine is going to start. So it takes about 1 minute to start one engine. So this is for engine 1, 2 and 3. 2, as Claudia said, is the one on the tail.
So I hand you over the controls, and I will continue with the rest of the plane.
To explain the kitchen,
Yeah,
the galley.
the Galley, our own kitchen with everything, an oven and a coffee maker. You have control.
Have control, thank you. Have fun.
I will. Need to be careful, as I said, not to hit your head. So right there, you see a lot more circuit breakers. And a chair for the observer, which is sometimes a check captain who sits there, and it's actually the best seat that we have in the cockpit, because you see everything. You sit right in the middle, you have a perfect view, and you can see pretty much everything. So there's some maintenance panels here for the fuel, and some storage room here, and that's our door. Where we can leave the cockpit, and if it's not opening, if the lock is somehow not working, then we have a panel here that we can just open up, and we can leave the door via this opening. It's a fire extinguisher there, and another ELT there, and right there is pretty much everything we have in the front too. Is a panel and an oxygen mask, and there's a fire extinguisher down there, a life vest there, and my chair. So we go out now, and that's our galley. There's the curtain. The curtain leads towards the cargo compartment, and you had a look in there. I think it was filmed earlier with all the pallets, and it's huge. It's very, very long, and you can open it right here with the curtain. And then there's the door, which can be opened with this knob over here. Open it here. Some lights. There's a kind of a safety band to put on if the door is open. And then there's a slide in here, which is also a raft. And if you open the door, and the door is armed as it is now, the slide comes out, as you know, with a usual aircraft, and you can slide down. So then there's our career seats. We very often have passengers to like kind of accompany things that we have on board. Just 2 weeks ago I was in Los Angeles, and we had a very, very expensive painting. I think it was $21 million worth. So we had to have an attendant that flew with us from Los Angeles home because it was brought from one museum to another, and she was sitting here. It's actually quite comfortable. You can turn this into a bed. You can move this out with this handle here, slide it all the way back, and then you have a full bed which you can sleep on. And yeah, and also for horse attendants, if we have horses, there's also we need people to accompany them in case anything happens, or they're just I don't know, too nervous and need a shot or like a vaccine. So yeah, that's about what the seats are for. And of course, those two seats have oxygen masks as well. They have life vests. They have flashlights in case you know, anything like the generators fall off, goes off, and there's no light anymore. And they can call us with this microphone here, and we can hear it in the cockpit, and we can talk to them, communicate with them. And of course, then the lights. That's the emergency handle to open the door in case it doesn't open here, or we need to exit very fast. In case of an emergency, you use that handle and open the door. Right here we have more equipment, oxygen masks, and a smoke hood. In case of of smoke in the cabin, we take out the smoke hood, pull it over, and then we're safe from any smoke that might hurt our breathing. And then we have a little cupboard for our jackets. And this thing, if you wonder, is a nice thing to have. It's actually, it adds to the chairs, and then if you put it in the back, you can turn that into a bed, so it makes it even longer. I think it's 2 meter long. I don't know, but you just add it towards the back, and then it's a bed. Oh, this door here is the most important door because it opens our freighter door in the back. When we land somewhere, this is being lifted, and then the door can be opened. We have a toilet there, of course, for the crew, and a rain jacket if it pours outside, and another fire extinguisher there, another door there, and then here's our galley. We have a lot of storage space, as you can see, and a coffee machine. There's an oven. Just can even warm pizza here, and then just the waste and another storage room right there, and even a little tablet where you can just put things on, and that's pretty much it around here as far as I can see. Nothing else to see here. Nope, that's it. That's the cockpit door, and that was our little walk around the plane, and I hope you enjoyed it. can tell them a little bit about the tank stops that we have at Cargo, because not at every destination that we fly to there's a offloading or loading of cargo. For example, in Novosibirsk there's only a stop for fueling. So we fly there, and because of duty times we cannot continue our flight to Frankfurt, so we need to leave the aircraft, and the crew that has probably arrived yesterday, they take over only an hour later.
It's also not possible to take all the freight we have now and have enough fuel for the whole flight. So we do need a tank stop when we have a longer flight and we have a lot of load.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually the first reason for the tank stop.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they can make an enlarged crew.
Yeah.
And you can fly 15 hours.
Yeah. Like normally, if we have, for example, horses to be brought from Buenos Aires to Frankfurt, it's possible to fly from Buenos Aires to Frankfurt without a stop with the MD-11 if you only have a couple of horses on board, because the load then is so minimal that we can fuel up the plane with 100 tons of fuel, 110 even.
120 tons maximum.
And
if you don't
just
have
fly
too
home.
much load, you can do the long haul flight in one.
Yeah, but since we always want to have a lot of load, up to 90 tons, which is the maximum of load we can take, we can only take lesser fuel, and that's why we need to stop on the way. Like in Dakar, we do that. Sometimes we also offload and unload, but very rarely in Dakar. Novosibirsk, we stop for fuel. So we have a couple of destinations where we stop on the way to fly somewhere just for fueling.
Yeah.
And you can tell that we only do that if it's only a 1 hour turnaround, because there's no time for offloading in 1 hour.
Offloading and loading, no.
No. It usually takes 2 hours if they're fast. And some
It also
destinations
depends
may.
how much it is.
Exactly,
how much
yeah.
they have to unload, how much they have to load. I thought if they have to unload a full plane and load it again, it takes 2.5 hours to 3 hours.
Okay.
At least.
At least in Frankfurt, if they're good.
If they are
Some
good.
countries it takes longer.
Yeah, really. It's a lot. I have the ATIS, your RT.
And I have RT.
Novosibirsk, Толмачева, ACIS. Information, Victor 1233. Expect ILS approach. Runway 25. Transition level 60. Bird strike hazard in vicinity of aerodrome and on final. Wind 270 degrees, maximum 14 meters per second. Visibility 10 kilometers. Light rain showers. Scattered cumulonimbus 1800 meters. Temperature 13. Viewpoint 2. TOC 741 millimeters. 988 hectopascals. QNH 1001 hectopascals. No sick. Acknowledge information, Victor. Novosibirsk, Толмачева, ACIS. Information, Victor 1.
Yes, I have it.
Okay.
So they have birds in the vicinity. ILS 25 is in use, transition level 60. Wind 270, gusting 9 gusting 14 meters per second.
Okay.
So that's 18 gusting 28. But it's slightly from the right. More than 10 kilometers visibility. Light rain showers. Scattered cumulonimbus 1,800 meters. So let me see, 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
Temperature 2.2, QFE 988.
I already put it in the standby.
988 plus 13 makes 1001. Yeah, makes sense. So then you can put away the flight
Perfect.
plan,
So we said we
and
can.
if you want, you can give me the briefing.
Oh yeah, I do that. as we spoke about it earlier, we expect to have 12 tons at Novosibirsk and only need 8. Well, you need 10.
Yeah, and the
But,
weather is not that bad.
Not
so
that bad. So it's sufficient for 2 go-arounds.
An extra round.
Exactly. So a short briefing. We're in in the area of Novosibirsk already.
Sorry?
We're in the area of Novosibirsk already,
Yeah.
and have a the highest grid is 30. So no hassle from here. And transition level was 60, I think.
Yes.
Okay, 60. And then we expect runway 25, and that is the Echo Bravo 25 Delta arrival.
Yes.
So coming from the south east, that's pretty much like a straight in.
Yeah.
MSA then later on, same as the grid 30. So that's pretty easy. And then the specialty in Novosibirsk is they let us descend very late, so we have to make sure to slow down and configure the plane early. And I will fly by hand anyhow, so the autopilot is not doesn't have to turn too narrow. So yeah, the star just goes, the arrival route just goes pretty much straight in, then with a left turn towards the ILS 25, which is India Kilo Tango with a DME. So it's up and working again, even though it's before 1 o'clock UTC.
You are so lucky.
I am so lucky. Final track is 252. I am so lucky. And the descent starts out of 5.1 nautical miles distance from India Kilo Tango. So very late. We are only 1,600 feet above ground. So we need to be configured fully when we
get on the glide.
descend out of 2,010 feet.
Yeah.
Final altitude check is at the beacon at Kilo Tango, 1,110 feet.
I set it on 2.
Perfect, and then we have set it here too. A minimum of 570, we both have it in our displays. Runway is long, 3,600, around about 3,597 exact meters long and 60 meters wide. Poppy is on the left-hand side. And in case of a missed approach, we go straight ahead and then at minimum 1,020, or let's say 1,000 feet left turn, 72 degrees and climb to 2,660. It's not possible to set it into the altimeter here, so we put 2,700 in there.
Yeah, and we have
And
to
then
tell them
according to
700
chart,
meters because
2,700.
they are counting in meters again when we come below the transition level.
Exactly, so it's 2,700 feet, which equals 700 meter
Yeah.
QFE. Yeah. The last exit from the runway would be Delta, but for that amount of weight, we are not going to make it, so we have to
Taxi to
taxi
the
down
end.
the runway. And there's a turning pad at the end. We turn around and then we taxi back
On the runway.
on the runway. And then the parking position is probably Charlie, which is parking position 5,
Yeah, or
6.
it is at the beginning. Sometimes there's
Yeah,
another
sometimes
plane in
it's
Charlie, then we are there in the
Then we're here at
vicinity of
the,
Alpha.
yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, we have a very heavy plane today. 212 tons is expected for landing. We did a lot of runway length, 2,900 actual, 3,100 required for flaps 35. You already set the go around altitudes, and minimum braking will be enough. I expect the runway to be slightly wet. There were rain showers and are rain showers.
yeah, light rain, yeah.
And the power setting will be round about, with flaps for 35, 68%, depending on the wind.
Yeah.
So I'll see how much I need, but round about 68 plus
Plus minus.
10, we can just see
68 plus
how
minus.
plus minus.
How much you need?
Exactly. We need the APU. I have to call in runway vacated. And I do it again as a Mumbai. I set the reverses, I open them fully and then close them right away for idle reverse. Just to have the habit
you
of
can
opening them.
close them at 100.
Or I close them at 100 latest, yeah. Exactly, just slowly. It's probably anyhow how it works. Yeah.
So let's
Did
do
I
that.
forget something?
Let's do that. No?
No? Okay.
A minimum.
No, I set the minimum 570.
Oh, you said?
Yep.
Oh, I missed it.
We both have it
Sorry.
in our displays.
Yeah.
Yep. 570. No, that's it. Nothing more to say.
Yeah, the intermediate approach is just below the sector altitude.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Nice to know.
That's nice to know. Fun facts.
And you tell me when you wanna descend.
Descent.
So I tell him.
We have 5 minutes left to Nilan.
Yeah, I would
start now.
recommend a little bit earlier.
Just call him now, and then he probably has to coordinate, and then we have a frequency change again or whatever. So.
Yeah, you want now?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
call him now.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request descent.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descent to flight level 240.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descending flight level 240.
Cabin signs on.
TCAS I had below
TCAS
already.
below.
I had
We
it
don't
already.
need the windshield. It's 13 over
No,
2.
it's 12 to 2.
I put
Yeah.
on the wing and runway turn-off lights. And maintain the speed.
You take the plane on our back.
Yeah. I have the plane on my back. I would do some manual flying as soon as the sun is a little bit above the clouds so I can see better, if that's okay with you.
No, we don't have that much anymore.
Oh yeah. As much as I love the sun, but it's so uncomfortable to have it in your face while you're landing. It's like,
Yeah, I know from yesterday.
oh yeah, I remember.
It's always on my side.
Yeah. Sunny side.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, control.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, go ahead.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, reduce your speed to minimum, please. You are number 3 to land.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, reducing speed minimum clean, number 3. Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of traffic here.
Yeah. Mini clean is 213.
Anti-ice?
And yeah, it's all on.
Oh.
Looks good. I thought you knew sign language. We practiced it in Mumbai.
Yeah, when I'm talking.
Thought they gave us a booklet. Menu flight.
Sure.
Sure.
Please say again for Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, report indicated speed.
Speed is 250 knots, is minimum clean. Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Lufthansa 8465, increase indicated speed 280 knots. You are number 2 to land. Sorry, situation is change.
Okay, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, speeding up, speed 280 knots. Put it in.
280.
2000 almost. I will request further.
Yeah.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request further descent.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descent to flight level 90, reducing speed 260 knots.
26? Lufthansa Cargo 8465 descending, flight level 90 and speed 260 knots. You can fly through this one. It's all green.
Don't see anything.
Oh, now it's getting yellow. I'll ask him for a radar heading.
Yeah.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request heading 310 to intercept the ILS.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, reducing again speed 240 knots and descend to flight level 90.
Descending flight level 90, 260 knots, request radar heading 310 for the intercept due to weather.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, cleared, avoid the discretion.
Heading 310, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
And speed was 240.
Meer nog.
Speed was 240. $1,500 is checked. Vertical speed 1000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, maintaining. It's now heading 320 to avoid the weather, and it is for 20 miles.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, cleared, avoiding action at your discretion.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, registration Delta Alpha Lima Charlie Echo. We have 3 persons aboard. 1000.
1000.
And Lufthansa Cargo 8465, yes, speed 240 knots now.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descend to flight level 80.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descending flight level 80. Level change.
Level change.
He's 50 miles ahead of us.
I slow down a little bit, huh?
Sorry?
I slow down a little bit for him. Let's extend.
I'll ask him.
Ask him, yeah.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, maybe reduce further?
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descend to flight level 80.
Descending flight level 80, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, and request to reduce speed.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, reducing indicated speed to 220 knots.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, speed 220 knots.
Let's extend.
0 knots, let's extend.
Can you give me the final runway track with a FMS?
Intercept?
Yeah, an intercept.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descend to flight level 70.
Lufthansa Cargo 8265, descending flight level 70. Which point is it?
Altitude. 1000, vertical speed 1000.
And speed 220, vertical
Minus
speed
1000.
is 1000. Yeah, glide slope is there already. And ILS is identified.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15. Lufthansa Cargo 8465, reducing speed 190 knots. So I give you an FMS speed.
Yep, that's good.
Not that we have to go around because of the traffic in front of us. We have a very high approach speed today.
Absolutely. There's the rain. We need a left heading, huh?
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request heading 280 to intercept the localizer.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, turn left heading 300.
It's not enough. Lufthansa Cargo 8465, turning left heading 300. He will give us a radar vector back to the localizer.
I think so too.
He has the same.
Yeah.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, we have some restriction on heading 280, cleared to heading 300.
We are heading 300, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Okay.
Je wil me zo mek. Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request left turn to avoid weather.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, cleared, turn left heading 280.
Left heading 280, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Oh, I want to go further left.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go through. Lufthansa Cargo 8465, request left heading again due to weather.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, are you able to proceed with heading 280, 12 miles?
Okay.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, we are able heading 280 for 10 miles.
Okay, cleared for proceed heading 280, 12 miles. Expect vectoring for runway 25.
Factoring runway 25, we are able heading 280, 10 miles.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, contact Novosibirsk radar 122.0, goodbye.
122.0, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, bye bye. And radar good day, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, heavy maintaining, flight level 70, radar heading 280.
Good evening, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Novosibirsk radar identified. If able, turn left heading 250, descend to height 1000 meters, QC 988.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, turning left heading 250, and please say again a descent.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, descend to height 1000 meters, QFE 988.
Descending height 1000 meters, QNH 988, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. It's 3700.
Confirmed.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, negative, QFE 988, QNH 1002.
So yeah, QFE 988, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Idle clamp, can you pull the... Should we descend to 3... Oh yeah.
Level change.
Level change, yeah.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, expect vectoring for right hand LS approach. Continue left turn heading 220.
Left heading 220, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. We are too high, huh?
Yeah, I thought he was like this is not gonna be happening.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, confirmation you have 26 track kilometers to touchdown.
Okay.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Yeah, so he's just gonna give us a
No.
straight and then turn, probably left turn again. We're not in the approach yet. So 2000 is passed. Vertical speed 1000.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, turn left heading 200, cleared for LS approach, descend to height 500 meters.
Left heading 200, descending 500 meters, clear to let's approach runway 25.
Okay.
500 meters. No restrictions. 2000.
Oh, that's sporty.
100. So you can get everything out.
Yeah, flaps 28.
Flaps 28.
Gear down.
Gear down. It's just rain.
Yep. I can see everything, so looks good.
We are on the glide now,
Mhm.
almost.
Almost, yeah.
Okay. It's good.
Vertical speed 1000.
Vertical speed minus 1000.
Minus 1000. Let's fully configure it. Flaps 35.
Flaps 35.
And the QNH 1002, he said.
I have an approach checklist for you.
Go ahead.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, approaching final, contact tower 118.5.
1185, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Bye bye.
Arm approach.
Approach is armed. Tower Galley, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, coming established, ILS 25.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, tower good evening, distance 11 kilometers, continue approach runway 25.
Continue approach runway 25, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Localizers coming. Approach, system modes, auto, altimeters.
1002 2060.
2060 1002, approach checklist completed. I have a landing checklist if you're ready.
Landing checklist.
Landing gear.
Down for green.
Down for green. Auto brake. Minimum. Spoilers armed. Flaps.
35.
35 EAD.
Checked.
Check landing checklist completed.
Anti-ice all off.
All off.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, wind 260 degrees, 900 meters per second. Cleared to land runway 25 and after landing expect to get on runway via taxiway Delta.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, clear to land runway 25, unable Delta.
1000 is checked.
1000 checked. Clear to land. Speed.
Checked. Oh, we make that though.
I have control.
You have control.
You can tell.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Turn left via Delta if possible.
Yeah, it's possible. We made that Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Lights go out.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, thank you very much, and contact ground 121.7.
121.7, runway vacated, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Bye-bye. Ground WVC, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, heavy runway vacated.
Good evening, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Novosibirsk ground, follow the lead van to taxiway Charlie, expect stand 5 Alpha.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, following the little one to our parking spot 25 Alpha via Charlie.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, negative, you stand number 5 Alpha.
Oh, stand number is 5 Alpha, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. Oh, at the very end.
Yeah, that's the other one I told you.
That's the other one.
Yeah, after landings with APU, please. So she told us via Charlie, huh?
Via Charlie.
Yeah, so we wait till the aircraft has landed and then we can continue, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather is not so nice.
No, huh?
We were lucky.
So the power setting was 50 to 80. Everything was possible.
Yeah, but it's 68 you said. It was really in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have
A middle. Really
No,
good
no,
to have
you
a
had a
middle.
lot of 68.
Yeah, that's true. And then some.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 at holding point, hold position, traffic on final, and contact tower 118.5.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465 at position in Charlie, hold position for the next landing, and I call tower 185. Tower WVC again, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, we're holding short runway 25 in Charlie.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, tower, good evening again, hold position, traffic 4 kilometers for touchdown.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, have the traffic in sight and holding position in Charlie for runway 25.
Park and brake set. So engine number 3 off.
Fuel switch number 3, confirm off.
Number 2 confirmed.
Off.
Yeah, you cannot get off in
Yeah.
Charlie.
Don't depart in Charlie. We're gonna have a huge problem. Delta, yeah. I think he realized it
Lufthansa
too.
Cargo 8465, taxi to the right via runway 25 and vacate via taxiway Alpha.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, enter the runway 25, taxi down the runway and leave the runway via Alpha.
Right side?
Clear.
Left side clear. Port sector clear.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, contact ground 121.7.
1217, Lufthansa Cargo 8465, до свидания.
До свидания.
Ground hello again, Lufthansa Cargo 8465 and Alpha, runway vacated.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, Novosibirsk ground. Taxi to the right to the apron. Follow the marshal instructions and descend 5 Alpha for push.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, continue on Alpha, wait for the follow me. It's push in position and 5 Alpha.
After Marshall inside, you can tell her.
And we have the marshal inside, Lufthansa Cargo 8465.
Lufthansa Cargo 8465, continue with marshal instruction.
Continue with marshal instruction, Lufthansa Cargo 8465. That's a cool plane there. Oh my god.
Looks fast.
Yeah. I think it's military because that is the military field.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it doesn't look like it, huh? Could be with passengers too. Has a nose like the Concorde.
Yeah.
Wannabe Concorde. Oh, it seems to be cold. Looks really cold.
Sorry?
It looks really cold. Look at
Oh.
him. He's dressed up like it's minus 20 degrees.
APU's on?
APU's on.
Park and brake set. 1 goes and 2 goes.
I saw that.
Normally I take off my headset already.
I turn off the beacon. That's the main hub of S7, huh?
There's he's leaving.
Oh yeah.
So very loud.
Very loud. Must be
Cool.
very fast. Ooh.
Park and brake is released, ready for the push.
That's nice. So we're pushing back now. That's the end of this trip.
Normally we taxi in ourselves, but here the procedure is that you are pushed back.
Yep.
So they don't need a pushback when they start.
They can taxi out right away.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that was our flight from Hong Kong to Novosibirsk. We're here. We made it. It's not as bad as the weather predicted. So not raining, at least 12 degrees. So quite nice. We'll enjoy the time here. Have 24 hours off, or 30 even, I think. Right?
I hope you enjoyed it too here with us. We are taking a break for now, and for you, you can watch further on the next flight. That will be in Novosibirsk, Frankfurt. For us, it starts tomorrow. No, day after tomorrow.
But we leave you now. So
thank you for watching.
thank you for watching.
Bye
And
bye.
see you for us tomorrow.